Hi everyone, it's Cleric here. We just wanted to make a quick video here, basically just to say thank you. Made the 4,000 subscriber milestone. Honestly, we just made it to 2,000 subscribers just 3 weeks ago. After I've been sitting at about 400 for years. Armored Core 6 has been a boon as far as this channel goes, and not so much this channel. I think just the Armored Core community as a whole. It's been a huge influx of new players. It's been awesome to see. Honestly, it kind of feels like the old forum days. It's been an absolute blast. I'm having both new experiences and a nostalgia trip at the exact same time, all wrapped in an Armored Core wrapper. The best of gaming time for me personally. I'm sure many others are like the same way. So kind of want to do just get a channel update and also have a chance to say thank you. So the thank yous first, obviously. So for all 4,000 or so of you, thank you. It's an honor and a privilege to get to even make this kind of content. I realize people try to do this kind of thing for a living. I realize I'm doing this more as a side thing on top of my 2 other jobs. I've got to pay the bills and that kind of thing, but honestly, this has been fun to get to do. And I've said, as long as this is still fun, I'm going to keep doing it. And right now it's still fun, so I'm going to keep doing it. So thank you all for subscribing and make this possible. And I appreciate that. More content coming out that way. Also want to say thank you to my members. Honestly, the fact that people want to sign up for membership, given that I was very upfront that there's not a whole lot of perks to the membership other than just showing your support, but I have made some contacts with those people and kind of communicated with them, had some chances to talk with them, so I'm looking forward to doing more of that. So I'll say thank you to all my members specifically. I have Antarix, sorry, I keep saying that wrong, Hound7, Brenthias, Bushin Ryucat, Pinky Dink, Rurushi, excuse me, Zealous, Jitrats Bacon, still love that name by the way, and Cassis. So thank you all for the support. I hope I make it worth it to you, and you enjoy what's going on as far as what I'm trying to build as a whole. So I mentioned earlier about community, and speaking of Cassis, so Lexalotl and Cassis are the mods on my Discord. I approached them. Essentially, I like their kind of level-headedness and their appreciation, enjoyment of the game, and their willingness to kind of pitch in and help and do things. So thank you both. You guys have been awesome. You're great to work with. You're very, very chill, level-headed, like I said, and you've done a great job just kind of keeping an eye on things. Honestly, our Discord's been pretty well behaved, and I kind of hope it stays that way even as it grows. So I want to say thank you to my Discord. You guys are awesome. Like, between all the emblem creations, you guys are sharing build ideas. There was a big old huge long lore discussion, which was awesome to get to be a part of, because we haven't had one of those in a long time when it comes to Armored Core. There was people just sharing emblems left and right, giving emblem ideas. People have put requests out for emblems and they've made it for them. People have been giving PvP tips as far as how they can help better builds, and not just meta builds, just fun builds, which we do a lot of. A lot of people just jumping into random lobbies to play PvP, mostly on PC, but our PSN is slowly growing, and honestly, you guys are just a great bunch of people. So I appreciate you guys being so welcoming and open and inviting to everyone who's been a part of it, and I hope it continues to be that way. There's a link in the description below if you want to join the Discord. Honestly, it's a great place, and there's a lot of great people there just hanging out. So I also, last not least, I want to say thank you to Ouroboros and Fighting Cowboy. I've gotten multiple messages from people who said they found my channel through you guys. So I cannot thank you enough to taking humble little me, my tiny little channel, that's not much of anything, and you guys have a huge viewership by comparison, absolutely massive viewership by comparison, and willing to collaborate with us, and me and other people with Armored Core Legacy. It's been awesome. You guys have been great. You guys are great in person. You've been great on streams and other things. Honestly, you guys have been pitching in a lot of stuff and helping out with Armored Core as a whole. So again, thank you enough. I greatly appreciate it. So that's the thank you portion of the video. Now let's get to the plans. So I have some future plans for videos. Number 1, I'll probably be doing some build videos here pretty soon. So people are kind of asking what I like to run, what I enjoy. I generally speaking kind of stay away from a lot of meta things, except for the wheelchair legs. Sorry, the wheelchair legs are just way too fun. I really want to bring out a good heavy biped build. I haven't really found something I've really liked a lot. Stun and whack is pretty close, which I'll do a video of that eventually. But the wheelchair legs are just a blast. So for right now, for my build purposes, a lot of them are on wheelchair legs, but there is some heavy bipeds mixed in there too. So my first video is probably going to be on what I call my competitive build, which doesn't use anything really competitive per se outside of the wheelchair legs. I like the workers are getting more and more used, which is what I've been using from the beginning. I like them a lot. So that video will be coming out here eventually. And on top of more competitive builds, we're also going to be some more fun builds, just kind of having fun with the game and enjoying it. Working on some what we call Armored Core Science videos. It's going to be this stream series. I mentioned, I think, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, about working on the energy weapons video explaining the breakdown. Honestly, the more we did testing, the more there was stuff to figure out. It just is taking a while to get all the data together, and you got to number crunch it down. My initial intention was the video was only going to be about 10 minutes. At this point, I feel like it's going to be much longer. So that video is still coming. That is planning to be my first Armored Core Science video I'm going to release. After that, I plan on doing a more of a defensive breakdown thing with defensive stats, and there's more things that come from there. Honestly, again, with the Discord and Cassis and the people, you guys have been great as far as, I think Drift, you were doing a lot with this stuff too. Breaking down a lot of the science and the numbers and data and spreadsheeting it out. And we're full-blown spreadsheeting Armored Core 6, which just really, like I said, feels just like the old days. So appreciate all that, and there'll be more of those coming. My full review will be coming probably next week or the week after. So I said before, I kind of want that little time for the game to cook and kind of how I feel about the game after a while. I've done all 3 playthroughs. I'm working on S ranks now, got the combat logs. It's probably about 12 or 15 hours in PvP at this point, trying a variety of builds and playing with a variety of people, both 1v1 and 3v3. And I think I got a pretty good feel for it at this point. So I feel like I can do a pretty honest full review at this point. So that'll be coming out here in the next couple of weeks, and I'll be sharing my full thoughts on the game, which of course will evolve at some point as maybe more things come out, because there's a video we're releasing later today that discusses a hidden thing I found. It's a very short video, only about 3 minutes, I think, and you will be probably surprised if you didn't know about it. If you did, great for you, because I haven't seen much about this, and I was surprised to discover it when I started doing S ranking on missions. So keep an eye for that video later today. More streams. So the streams, I'm not gonna per schedule. It's gonna be based on, honestly, I can't schedule too much. It's purely based on family schedule. Like, my kids have soccer and basketball. I have other, shall we say, commitments that I have to keep. So keeping a regular streaming schedule is a little bit difficult to get to do. So we have a weekly D&D game on Fridays with the family. We're all family and we get to play. It's a good time to get together and spend time together. So with that being said, I can't commit to regular streaming. I'll try to advertise it as early as possible so you guys can plan on watching it if you want to attend. Of course, you always can go back and watch it later. So there will be more streams. Those streams are going to be more science or PvP, basically. What most are going to be. I'll probably do what I call a comfy stream at some point when I have a good chunk of time to sit down and just start S-ranking missions and start just chatting with chat and see how things go. So there are more streams planned ahead of time. And last but not least, collaborations. I've had a few other content creators reach out to me wanting to collab on a couple projects. One in particular I'm kind of excited about, so I'm looking forward to seeing when that content comes out. We haven't started working on it exactly yet, but we do have some plans for it. And when those things happen, I'll be sure to let you know, but that's about as much details as I'm going to reveal. Now, here is the mark my words section of this video. Now, there was a mod recently released for Elden Ring that now was just a static Armored Core sitting in the game. And I told my chat, and some people screenshotted it, and I'm going to put it here too. I have not played any of the Souls games. I know that surprises some people. I think I actually technically booted up Dark Souls Remastered for like 20 minutes. I forget what happened, but it ended up something that just kind of like, I don't want to play this, I don't feel like it, and I never made it back to it. So I haven't played Bloodborne, Demon Souls, any of the Dark Souls games, or Elden Ring. It's not in my wheelhouse. But I said, if someone makes a fully working Armored Core 6 AC and Elden Ring, complete with weapons, the movement, how the game feels, how the weapons work, if you get me a full Armored Core mod that works in Elden Ring, I will do a playthrough of Elden Ring. So if you want some incentive, if you're a modder out there who happen to see this and you think you can figure it out, hey, it's a way to get me to play a Souls game for the first time, which I'm sure I'll be ridiculed to no end by people like Ouroboros and Fighting Cowboy, how terrible it is, especially since I'm playing it with the only modded version with an Armored Core. But you know what? I'm an Armored Core nerd. What do you expect? I'm not a Souls nerd. But no slight in the game. The games look like they're fun and awesome. I'm glad you guys enjoy them. They're not my cup of tea. Armored Core is more my jam. So that is the video. So again, if I haven't said it enough already, Thank you all. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Share it with other people. Join the Discord. It's a cool place to hang out. Become a member if you want to. It helps support me further. I'm sure my wife would appreciate it. Sorry, honey. I know I make you sound a little horrible sometimes, but honestly, she's actually extremely supportive. In fact, she's constantly telling me, "Oh, you need to make a video on that. Oh, you need people like this kind of thing. You do more of that." She's actually, I think she's excited to see my passion come back, and I am genuinely excited about Armored Core again. I've always been excited about it, but this game has reignited something in me that hasn't been alive for a little while, and this is it's just an awesome opportunity to get to share something that I've thoroughly enjoyed for a couple decades of my life with a whole new group of people. So I have some other ideas down the pike that if I ever get to come to fruition, I'll get them to have them. If not, then we'll just see what goes. So again, thank you all, and I will see you in the next video.